Hello, Bond fans, and welcome once again. So I just want to start out this video by saying that, I don't look to be controversial when it comes to all things Bond. I don't look to be outside the box, but sometimes I just seem to end up finding myself there because I absolutely adore Sam Smith's writings on the wall Bond theme for Spectre. Now, I should probably give a little bit of, a backstory here. So, I haven't really talked that much about the anticipation for Spectre on this channel, largely because I don't want to spoil too much for myself. But when it comes to the singers, I mean, you couldn't not avoid the speculation, obviously. Sam Smith was put the question, is this going to be you? And he just wanted to know. He said that Ellie Goulding was going to be doing it, and then it turned out that Radiohead were the favourite, and that would have been really weird and cool and strange and different, and then it ended up being Sam Smith anyway. And now, I'm not a huge Sam Smith fan necessarily. The idea of him doing a Bond theme did not excite me or repulse me. I was just kind of like, well, okay, I probably would rather have had Radiohead, because I think that would have been a more interesting take. But then, Sam Smith's take ended up being pretty interesting, and I actually kind of loved it. On the day of its release, I was there ready in the morning, I pre-ordered the iTunes thing, I was waiting for it, and I listened to it, and now, I'm not a music critic, so I can't, this video is not going to be a dissection of the song from a musical perspective. But all I can say is that I heard it, and I enjoyed it, I loved it, and it actually got a bit of an emotional reaction from me at a couple of points, which, admittedly, largely because of the orchestrations, the beautiful orchestrations. And then I thought, oh, this is brilliant, people are gonna love this, and then, obviously it's made history. It's the first Bond theme to hit #1 in the UK charts, and, of course, #1, it's gonna be brilliant, everyone's gonna love it, everyone's gonna think it's great. Well, no, apparently not. Apparently a lot of people really, really hate it. I mean, I've heard some criticisms of it, and, I on the day of its release, I was in work and going, listening to it with some work colleagues, and, the reaction was kind of mixed from everyone. I mean, I'm the only person I've met so far that has, actually really loved it, but, I know a lot of people don't like the high notes that he hits when he goes into the, and, I guess my main criticism of it, and this is by no means my favourite Bond theme, I would still say that Skyfall is certainly a better theme, and Live and Let Die, View to a Kill, but it probably sneaks somewhere into my lower top 10. My main criticism of it is that it does kind of it doesn't really build too much. It just sort of, when you think you're into the chorus, it just all kind of it gets a bit wet when he's like, if I risked it all, would you break all that? It just it does just go kind of wet, and to be honest, I can't wait for the instrumental version of the song to be released, because I'd be interested to hear it without Sam Smith's lyrics, to hear if it is, the orchestration especially that I love, or if it is, if his voice does actually add something to it. That was some of the best criticisms of it have been, of course, the natural, kind of homophobic response where people, have reacted quite negatively to his high-pitched, voice bits and saying, oh, this is far too gay, this is far too gay. Bring in Shirley Bassey, I mean. And a lot of the, sort of comments that I've had, like on my Facebook and Twitter pages, since the song was released have mostly been, oh, Calvin, when you're gonna rip into this, and, come on, have a rant and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry to disappoint, but that there is no rant, to be had, because, like I say, I genuinely really love this song. Like, even Skyfall had to grow on me over time. I think it's quite beautiful, and, I think the lyrics, really interesting, and of course it's incredibly, interesting to speculate on what these lyrics mean, and, how they relate to the film. I mean, obviously, writings on the wall, if you've seen the Spectre trailers, of course there's the writings on the wall and then James Bond's name is written on, so it's probably a not so thinly veiled reference to that moment in the film, but I'm sure that, much like how Skyfall's lyrics weren't entirely apparent at first, I'm sure that there will be some reasoning that will become apparent somewhere down the line after we've all seen the movie. I hope, maybe. If anything, the one thing that has really annoyed me about the whole, like, Sam Smith, and this is my only real complaint about him even doing a Bond theme, and to an extent, I think, like, there was something around the same time of Adele, like, when Sam Smith was kind of boasting about, like, how he recorded the song in, like, 10 minutes or something, or wrote it in 10 minutes or whatever, and it's just like, really? You're gonna, like, openly admit to that kind of thing? And I remember, like, around the time of Skyfall, like, there was something that was released about, like, oh, Adele, she wrote in half a day, or whatever, and, you know, I'm baffled that it seems to be something to be proud of, that you hardly spend any time writing a Bond theme song, you know, one that could, you know, win a Golden Globe, win an Oscar, get a #1, you know. The other thing that I will say about this song is that it's kind of, I don't know if it is, because it is so heavy on the orchestration that it is kind of really easy to see how this song will fit into the score for Spectre, or at least maybe, I hope, kinda. There was only that one cue in Skyfall that kind of made reference to the Adele track. And, you know, I like it when a Bond theme is incorporated into the score, like, you know, A View to a Kill, All Time High, yes, I am a fan of All Time High. I think a bit of a change of pace from last time. We actually got a proper full music video for this one, which was released shortly after the single, which was quite surprising. I don't know why, I just didn't expect it, because obviously Skyfall never really had a proper music video for it, and I'm sure a lot of that was to do with the fact that Adele was either pregnant when she was recording it, or she'd just given birth around that time, something like that, so she probably wouldn't be available for that kind of thing. The Sam Smith music video is kind of interesting. I'm trying not to go through it too much, because it does have clips from Spectre in it, and I'm trying to limit myself to, like, you know, 1-2 viewings of any kind of, you know, teaser trailer or behind the scenes kind of thing, so I haven't really seen that, you know, I haven't seen it that much, but, you know, it's interesting, it's a little bit weird, I won't lie. There's a couple of shots where Sam Smith's, like, singing, and then it cuts, like, Daniel Craig in these sunglasses, like, just staring at him, and it's sort of like, it's just kind of weird. I wish they didn't use the clips from the film in that kind of way, where it's almost like interacting with Sam Smith, because it's just kind of, it's really weird. But hey, it's not the weirdest thing that could happen. I mean, at least, hopefully, Sam Smith won't be turning up as a scantily clad fencing instructor at any point during the film. So yeah, that's kind of my reaction to this one, and I'm really fascinated to know what a lot of you guys think, because I know, you know, like I say, I've heard a lot of negativity about it on, you know, my Facebook and Twitter accounts, so I'm interested to open this conversation up to the, you know, everyone else who follows me on here, because I'm just like, I mean, are there any other people that love it? Like, I've been sort of going on the forums and stuff, the MI6 community forum, and it's, yeah, nothing but sort of dislike for this song, and I'm kind of baffled by it. I really don't remember there was this kind of a backlash to Another Way to Die, but then that was probably, I think, my reaction to that song is probably, you know, comparable to the, you know, screaming out of dozens of fanboys. I mean, come on, I mean, at least it's not Another Way to Die. I mean, surely we can all be in agreement that that is the worst song in the Bond canon, and I would probably argue, indeed, in the history of recorded sound. But, you know, maybe there are other fans of that song out there. So please leave a comment below, or, you know, over on Facebook or Twitter or something. Really curious to get a discussion going about this, and especially if you're a fan of it as well, like, if you could articulate, you know, the reasons why, because I'd be fascinated to know. That's it for this time, Bond fans, so long for now.